Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Tana, and welcome to Crypto Bible. I've got a very interesting video. For those of you guys that do not know, there was just a very big event that just happened called the B word. It had Elon Musk on there, Cathie as well, just to name two of them. And there was some very interesting quotes that were coming out of Elon Musk's mouth. Can I just say, if you guys didn't watch it, definitely watch it. That guy is a proper character. And, I wanted to do a video for you guys and just kind of show you some of the most important things that he actually said. I think tomorrow I may be doing like an actual video where we can kind of watch it back together with some of the important bits. But for now, I thought the best thing to do, just to kind of get the point across to you guys and, for the people that did miss it, just to kind of show you the quotes that were coming out of this guy's mouth, because I must admit they were quality. And one thing that we did notice, that I definitely noticed, is that he kept trying to get his point across of how much he actually likes Bitcoin, and how much he's just a regular person holding Bitcoin, wanting for it to do very well, and never really intending, for him to actually crash the market. So it was very interesting with some of the stuff that he was coming out. He did keep reiterating the point that he does own Bitcoin. He also did say that he owns Ethereum and Dogecoin as well, but majority of his holding, which outweighs everything else by a country mile, is Bitcoin. And it did cause some fluctuations within the market as well, which you may have probably seen, which I'll actually show the chart just towards the end of this video. But without further ado, I'm going to show you guys just 5 quotes, which I believe were, probably the most important quotes that people were very intrigued by. And, the quotes that I've kind of been talking about all over the place already. Of course, he said quite a lot. Like I said, we'll go over this in more detail probably tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. But for now, quick video just to give you guys a quick breakdown of what he said. So first thing I wanted to show, this was actually tweeted by Binance. What is going on in this picture right here? He's wearing a shirt with the Bitcoin logo on it. So look, at the end of the day, there's been so many people that have been, very harsh towards this guy, thinking that he is extremely bearish on Bitcoin because he made a lot of quotes in regards to the energy consumption of Bitcoin. And one thing I can say, a lot of that video, a lot of the actual meeting that they just had, that discussion was about the energy usage of Bitcoin and how it can be used for the better in the future, how it can be improved as well. A lot of the conversation was mainly to do with that. And we did see that back in the day, just a few months ago, Elon Musk did tweet negatively about the energy consumption of Bitcoin, which apparently made the price of Bitcoin and the market spiral down. Now, whether people want to believe that is the actual case or not, it's completely up to them. It's absolutely fine. However, he did mention in the video that it is never really his intention to allow the market to go down. This guy is holding Bitcoin. He admitted that, and I'll show you the quotes in a second. So why would he want the price of Bitcoin to go down? Because he's then ultimately losing money as well. Of course, losing money to him may sound like absolutely nothing to us, because let's be honest, it probably is nothing to him, but he still did mention it. So obviously the first thing I obviously pointed out and saw, and a lot of people are talking about, cool shirt. It's obviously got the Bitcoin logo on it. If someone was anti-Bitcoin, they would not be wearing a shirt with Bitcoin on it. The second thing, this was very interesting. So not only does he own Bitcoin, not only does Tesla own Bitcoin, we are now aware that SpaceX owns Bitcoin as well. So for those of you guys that don't know, SpaceX is also another huge company that is owned by Elon Musk, and now he has just admitted that SpaceX, Tesla, and himself own Bitcoin. That is ridiculously bullish. Okay, obviously it was announced back in like January, February that Tesla owns Bitcoin now, and again, he did say that he realized that as soon as that was announced, there was a big run up in the market for Bitcoin. And he did also mention, and one of the quotes I do not have here, but I need to mention to you guys, is the fact that he does believe that, actually, I do have the quote. I'll show you guys in a second. He does believe that Tesla is very likely to resume using Bitcoin and using Bitcoin for their transactions as well. The reason why it is stopped for the time being is simply due to the fact that the energy consumption of Bitcoin right now is not as friendly as it would like it to be, because that is what Tesla basically, brands themselves on. That is what they aspire to be, eco-friendly, good for the environment. And at that moment in time, Bitcoin wasn't. However, he admitted that Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin. They are still holding their Bitcoin. They are just not accepting it as a transactions at the moment until things kind of improve with Bitcoin. But he did admit it is very likely that they will continue. So this was another thing he said, absolutely crazy. Elon on Bitcoin: I might pump, but I don't pump. I might pump, but I don't dump. Yes, this is a real quote. Literally, when he said it, I was laughing so much, because he said it and then immediately he followed it up by laughing. And like the two other people on there, Cathie Wood, and I forgot the other guy's name. Is it Dan? I forgot his name. But basically the other guys were just kind of sitting there quite serious. But Elon was there kind of cracking jokes. He was kind of letting loose a lot as well. He was talking a lot. A lot of the time the presenter was just asking him questions, and it made it look like more of an Elon interview. And I think the presenter kind of knew that people were more interested in what Elon Musk really had to say. So yeah, that was pretty cool for him to say that. And he literally said, I might pump, but I don't dump. Looked at the camera like that, and then he started laughing. And I was just like, what is this guy? This guy is just memes all around. He is literally a walking meme. I could not believe what the guy was doing. But do you know what? Fair enough to him, man. He let his personality show properly, which I rate. I rate that a lot. So this is where he said, we're not selling any Bitcoin, nor am I selling any Bitcoin personally, nor is SpaceX selling any. When he says we're here, he's basically talking about Tesla. So I've just clicked on the tweet. He is talking about Tesla. So Tesla is not selling any Bitcoin. He is not selling any Bitcoin. SpaceX is not selling any Bitcoin. Okay. So he, like I said, during the entire discussion, he kept making it clear multiple times that he owns Bitcoin. He has not sold any Bitcoin. He made it clear multiple times that Tesla and SpaceX also own Bitcoin and they have not sold any Bitcoin. And he also made it clear multiple times that he wants Bitcoin to do well. He owns Bitcoin, a lot of it, and obviously he does not want the price to go down, because then he is simply losing money and he wants it to go up. So he made it very, very clear from the get-go. Like, there was questions being asked to him, and he would just answer the questions just by saying, I own Bitcoin. And it was just completely irrelevant to the question that was being asked to him. He kept saying it and saying it and saying, I own Bitcoin as well as Ethereum and Doge, he kept saying, right? So he kept making it very, very clear that he owns a lot of Bitcoin. And then this was when he actually said Tesla is most likely to resume Bitcoin transactions. Okay, so he was just looking just slightly into the future. They were talking about energy. They were talking about the energy consumption of Bitcoin, and how it wasn't very eco-friendly or good for the environment at the time when he tweeted that tweet. However, he did say that it does seem to be moving in the right direction, was his words, I believe. So the energy is moving in the right direction. It is improving. That is what he said. And it is very likely that Tesla will continue to accept transaction of Bitcoin in the near future. So overall, it was a very, very good discussion. Of course, there was a lot more to say from the other guys on the panel as well. And to be honest with you, everything was very good. The only thing that was very honest from Elon Musk himself was, of course, he did say at the beginning that, look, the energy to do with Bitcoin wasn't very good for the environment. And, that was as bad as it got, which isn't that bad, because then he elaborated and carried on to say that it is improved, and then Tesla will hopefully very likely be accepting in transactions in the near future again. So overall, guys, it was a very, very bullish discussion to do with Bitcoin, as it should have been anyway. It's called the B word, but it was a very open and honest discussion, and we got a lot out of Elon Musk. We actually kind of got more about his understanding of where his head's at and how he is just an investor of Bitcoin and he would like it to do very well as well. Obviously mentioning he does own Ethereum and a little bit of Doge as well, is what he said. But the majority of his portfolio is Bitcoin. So it was very, very good for him to say that, very refreshing for him to say that, because there's been so many different opinions out there regarding Elon Musk, thinking that he's dumping on us on purpose, thinking that he hates Bitcoin. He's made it very clear he does not hate Bitcoin. He had concerns about Bitcoin, but he doesn't hate Bitcoin, and those concerns are improving now, right? So that's basically what we've got out of him, just to kind of, put it in the easiest terms possible. Like I said, I will be doing a larger video on this, kind of going through everything together so you guys can see it as well. But for the most of it, they were probably the most important quotes from Elon Musk, and you can kind of get the gist of how the whole discussion did go. Like I said, a lot of it was spoken about energy consumption to do with Bitcoin. There was some talk about wallets as well. One thing that Elon Musk did also mention was that he definitely recommends people to be using private wallets, so they own their own private keys. Keep it on an exchange could be very dangerous, because the exchange could be hacked. It could become accustomed to the government and they can seize everything. Anything can happen, and they're not ultimately your private keys. You are sharing them with the exchange. So, one thing he said was make sure you are storing your crypto safely. One thing I can say, I did do a video on how to use Trust Wallet. So if you want to store your crypto safely on there, I will definitely leave a link to that in the description below. In fact, you can click the pop-out banner right there if you want to actually watch that too. But otherwise, the other thing that was quite interesting was a lot of people were taking a look at the Bitcoin chart to see if that had any effect on anything going on. What we do know is that yesterday we were trending around $29,500. There was a lot of fear in the market. Well, as of today, and during that actual discussion, we did have quite a large price surge from Bitcoin. So this is the Bitcoin chart right now on the 4-hour chart. As you can see right here, the actual discussion started our time. It started at 7 p.m. UK time. So if I actually go to right here, where are we? 7 p.m. was right there. So we did have a surge up. As you can see, we have since kind of balanced our way out. The actual full discussion did start at 5 o'clock. So again, just around this area here where we did surge up, but ultimately, the price has completely come out of that 29.5K area. Excuse me. And has literally been, grinding its way out. I think we've had our largest green candle since probably like 3 weeks ago now, since all the way back in June. All the way back in June was the last time we had such a big green candle. So that was obviously really good to see. I believe it was probably this one right here. 27th of June was the last time we had such price action go on in an upwards trend. So that was very good to see. What I'm basically waiting for myself right now is just for things to kind of calm down a little bit, see how we're looking tomorrow once dust is fully settled. We've gotten through 2 big events, the unlocking of Grayscale, the GBTC, so Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, the unlocking of that. There was a lot of fear in the market that they were just going to completely dump on us. Now, we did have a small dump. Of course, Bitcoin did go to 29.5K, but nowhere near as big as people actually thought. And of course, we have now had this event, which obviously showed to be quite good, a very good discussion, very bullish, nothing really negative to say. So everything's looking good. Let's wait for the dust to settle, see how everything does look tomorrow. I'll be doing a few updates for you guys tomorrow. Again, sorry, I usually upload like 4 or 5 videos a day. This is only my second, so I do apologize for that. I've been actually very busy behind the scenes doing loads of other videos for you guys, so they'll be out very, very soon. But yeah, I think that is going to cover it for today. I'll try to go over this in much more detail very, very soon. But those, what I would say, are probably the most important quotes from Elon Musk. Of course, there's a lot more from the other guys as well, and a lot more from Elon too. But I wanted to focus on these, as these were out there. These were very bullish. These were things that people wanted to hear, basically, right? And we've got it. So that's gonna basically that's gonna cut it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure you are leaving a like down below. Please make sure you are subscribing to the channel as well, and you're hitting the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload a video. And yeah, I think that's going to cover it for today, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Take it easy.